Hello YouTube, this is Lee Primo of Eat.Health Lee, and I am on week 8 of the 1-year meal replacement experiment. I had an interesting week as always. The beginning of this week I changed up which type of Joylent I was consuming. As you all may know, there are a vegan line of Joylent, a non-vegan line of Joylent, and in, in the non-vegan line they have vanilla, chocolate, banana, strawberry, and mango flavors. And of course, their vegan line, they have banana, vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. Well, at the beginning of this week, I have been eating solely the mango variant, which is, of course, their non-vegan variant, but it has about the same ingredients as the other versions, but just within a different order. And as an example, the non-vegan, let's say, chocolate, and they're all around the same. They have oats as a first ingredient, and after that they have the whey protein, and then list their vitamins, minerals, and then at the very end you'll see like flaxseed. Well, the mango differs in that it has oats as one of the first ingredients. Then it has the vitamins and minerals, and then at the end it has the protein mix. And on the packaging it says whey protein on the non-vegan, let's say chocolate version. On the mango it says a bit different. It says I would protein, whey protein, but then it says cow's milk and lactose in different parentheses. But what I've noticed is that the issue with gas that I've talked about previously, and when I first started the experiment, I had really bad gas for about 4 days, 3 days. The fourth day it ended. And then at night I would have bad smelling gas. But then now, after being on the mango for a couple days, I've noticed that my gas has went down substantially. So possibly this had the to do from the whey protein. It's in a different order, and then they always list ingredients from the most to the least. And on the mango, it has a different configuration with the whey protein being further down the list. So that's something I definitely noticed. As far as my energy levels, that hasn't really changed on the mango as compared to the other ones. It's been all the same. Another addition to the mango that differs from the other ones is that it contains fluoride. And also they're non-vegan. I'm sorry. The vegan shakes do also contain fluoride, whereas the non-vegan variants in chocolate, banana, strawberry, and vanilla do not contain fluoride. And another part where they differ is the four I just mentioned of the non-vegan variants contain sulfur, and the vegan variants of Joylent do not contain sulfur. So back to fluoride. A lot of people have a negative rap about fluoride. How if you go on the internet, and you gotta be careful when you search stuff on the internet because it sometimes gets blown way out of proportion. And as an example is fluoride can be considered a neurotoxin. I mean that's what a lot of the controversy stems around it. But one thing to remember that fluoride is a naturally occurring mineral in the ground. So it's everywhere. You can't really go without getting fluoride in your meals. It's especially high in teas. And what to really consider is everything has a toxicity at a certain level. So of course there's, as an example, vitamins and minerals. They all have certain levels recommended by science, and one's called an RDA, the recommended daily allowance. There's the adequate intakes. There's the upper limits. And the adequate intakes and RDAs are about the same meaning. They're about how much you should have in a day. Adequate intake differs a bit. It's more general, and when it can't really establish RDAs, they usually go to adequate intakes. And then there's something called an upper limit, which means that's the tolerable upper limit to where they found that someone could safely eat a certain type of ingredients and not have illness from it. And it happens to be that fluoride, because is a part of our daily allowance, has also those RDA, AI, and also an upper limit. Well, it doesn't have an RDA, but it has an AI and an upper limit. And according to my textbook, the AI for a male between 19 and 70 years old is about 4 milligrams a day. And the AI for a woman who is between 19 and 70 years old is about 3 milligrams a day. Now, if you look at the back of the Joylent mango, and even what I'm eating now, I eat a bit higher than the 173 per meal. I eat about 220 grams because I need about 2,700 calories a day. So 220 grams each meal times 3, and that equals 2,700. And even at that level, I'm nowhere near the AI. But not only to mention that, the upper limit for fluoride is about 7 milligrams a day. They say that's the safe level. Um, so as long as you keep it under 7 milligrams, you shouldn't run into any trouble with fluoride. So I don't want people to be concerned that these meals do contain fluoride, because I just want to clear that up. There is a lot of misconfusion about fluoride, and it's not really justified. As an example, in my nutrition class, our lecture, a lecture about nutrition I took, one of our professors started talking about fluoride, and she mentioned how she heard an urban myth how the Nazis during World War II supposedly gave um, fluoride to the Jewish prisoners they had in captive just to see what would happen. And she's heard it was also just an urban myth. It was never really proven. And if you go on the internet, a lot of stuff, a lot of reputable sources will say, well, no, that also never really happened. So just always take everything here with a grain of salt. And I believe in science. I believe in trusting scientists with my daily recommendations of stuff. Otherwise, it's just kind of a crapshoot. You don't know how much and what to give unless you have guidelines. So that's why they're out there. Back to the Joylent, like I said, I'm doing great. This is 8 weeks on it, 2 months. At the 3rd month mark, I'm going to do my first round of blood testing, which I'll compare to the original testing that I did at the end of January. And while I'm not going to publish the actual results online, because I do want to write a paper about this for a thesis for my bachelor's. And if you just put the information out there, then anyone could take it to do what they want with it and write with it. So what I am going to do is publish a statistical analysis of the data before and then after, and then show that to you guys. That way, if there's anything significant changes, you guys can see it. And I think that'll be really cool. I'm not too versed in how to do that yet because I haven't taken a course in that yet, but my fiance has a master's of science, and she'll be able to guide me and get me in the right direction so I can make it for you guys. Other than that, it's been great. I hope to hear from you guys next week. Take care.